Time to kick some... Damn it, time to kick some A. Some C.
Boo.
Shiny Bobble. I want it.
I fell on my A.
Okay. Taxi driver, as far as I know. Hey, bitch! That's him. Fought a lot of promotional matches. He has experience, not at winning. Take your own, Carter. Yeah. One more kid searching for glory in the wild.
Was I about to say, are we literally about to just jump this man?
You'll learn, kid. Learn how much easier it is said than done. Now let's get our promotional match. As long as he doesn't have anything too freaking scary. First thing you're gonna win.
Given how limited all of this is, I assume it's not.
We'll make it easy for you.
I assume it's not going to be that bad because you currently have fairly limited options just in general.
Yes.
So the game would have to kind of be a dick to throw something.
Special attacker, water psychic type. Oh, I got by. That's funny. I mean, knock your defense down and do super effective.
Except you're now confused. I was gonna say the Mary does have Thunder Shock. Hit him with the Thunderbolt.
Sheep man, cut. Yes.
And then Pidgey, but again. Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
You have Thunder Wave too now.
I'm just gonna be a dick. I'm just being mean. I'm an ass. That was the thing about Marie.
You have much.
I'm trying to. Here. Tackle. Rock Smash. Leer. Tackle. Mareep. Tackle. Growl. Resisted Thunder Shock.
You can't use Thunder Shock, it would just be resisted.
I win.
Boo.
Yeah, Sunsport. Oh, lost again. 100 times I've lost my promotional match. That's why they call me, let's see, Eternel. Eternal Z.
I do love how in the English script they are just casually throwing more French in.
Yes.
Does this mean retroactively Fantina is from Kalos?
So, he wasn't too bad. I completely forgot Thunder Wave just slows guys down. I can just be a douchebag.
That's the good thing about having an early game electric type.
Her!
Oh, I believe she's the one everyone has a totally normal and healthy reaction to. Yes.
Oh my God. Oh. Tonal Whiplash.
Was she the poverty girl? That
Yes.
Well, I guess that shows the time skip right there.
That's when I was like, her! Do you mind introducing your friend here? This is Carter, Team MZ's newest member. Makes sense. So a bit of a promotional match, just having a fast buy. Based on what I saw, I got a fine new trainer. The AZ is pleased too. Haven't found any that you're looking for.
She's also wearing a Mega Stone.
Yeah.
Naruto
runs. Woman of my heart. Top detective in Lumio City. I think for most, I don't think we call it a night. Works for me. Be stopping in a minute. Go back. Just so it doesn't get too late. Oh. Head back to the hotel. Karoo. How was your first taste of competing in the...
I'm rank Y now.
Tastes like victory. The first boss guy wasn't that bad, but he comes at you with a Pikachu. Meaning you need something that can kind of offset Pikachu, so Mareep is a resistance, grass types are resistance. If you pull a ground type, immunity.
Except, unless there was more to the opening area you could have walked to, you can't really get any ground types. The closest you can get is Bunnel. But it's a 2-stage, so...
The M's for Mega Evolution and the Z's for Z Hotel. At a Carter Fair tonight. Think Gorilla is a baby. That confident? Emma had good things to say about him. But Emma, she's a remarkable Pokemon trainer. Well, she should have joined our efforts, but she has her own work to carry out.
One eye. Yeah.
Force the strongest.
My plan, I'm probably going to do a tiny bit of grinding off wild Pokemon just to go into that with things, knowing like Sunspore and whatnot.
Yes. I still won! I just happened to gain all the moves that were super useful for that.
I'm also going to start with Chikorita, so...
When I noticed Totodile had Bite, I was like, oh.
That's a funny thing against him, like, Chikorita will be mostly good against Slowbro because it's water. Have to swap to something else for the Pidgey, and then swap back to the Pikachu so I would resist electric.
Yes. You mind making something normal? Literally anything. Or else. It wasn't that bad. Bite is a physical dark move. Dark Feet Psychic. So I absolutely got to... What even is this? Croissant curry. Made it to be the hotel sought after dish. Here's Lumio's delectable croissant with the Galar region's legendary curry. Send my appetite into overdrive. I reject that monstrosity altogether. So that every time, you just seem to polish off anything I cook. Just Ray's better not to let good food go to waste. Maybe it's because Lumio was born and raised. I eat many other things, but I draw the line at croissant curry. So these things get so heated, Gordon, but for real, I'm glad you showed up here. Big Sam. Makes me feel like things might work out. Do the best I can. Everything gave off. Yeah, I'll definitely stop in a minute. So I can wrap up. It basically ends
The next day.
Because that basically ends tutorial stuff.
We're out of tutorial hell.
Sort of. There's like a bit more. Yeah, when an icon.
So you don't have to rush. Some people honestly recommend actually like squeezing out all the points you can get in.
Yes. Okay. The important match and then Curzon's footage can stop. And then we'll probably take a tiny break and I'll probably continue my game.
Especially because like I grabbed the vaults as soon as I got the link play.
Yes. if we take a tiny break and I continue my game after a tiny break, that'll be cool. I can just, like I said, cut around some of this crap. But basically, I was right. Diancie, as a singles Pokemon with the Mega, was super loved. And yeah, I know how Smogon works because I've made fun of people, but the reason it's a beloved Mega Evolution is basically what I said. It has exactly enough tools to beat all of these fuckers.
Does Diancie get... well, one, is Diancie even the regular in Scarlet and Violet?
I think.
Oh god, if I think it's Body Press.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Oh god.
Hold on, we got a minute. I think it's in Scarlet and Violet. I think.
Ah, 1 damage! Puny Mortal.
Damn it. Puny Mortal was my point name.
Puny Mortal, take my leafage.
I don't remember if Diancie's in a modern game. I will figure that out in a minute though.
Ha! Oh god, I have Thunder Wave.
Damn it.
Good. That's a lower stats. I don't entirely understand what Thunder Wave does in this game because it's still like moving around and stuff. I think it.
I'm pretty sure.
I think it.
No, remember it cuts speed.
I was going to say I think.
I'm pretty sure it doubles your recharge.
That wouldn't surprise me. They did feel like they were slower, and I think the Pokemon moving around is slower, but full para seems to not exist. So, Thunder Wave is actually... and that's why they call me the Eternel. I do love that concept for an NPC where they have acknowledged this guy basically, because it's a piece of dialogue we both, kind of skipped over a bit when you were told who your first...
Oh, hey, it is in Scarlet and Violet, and it does get body press.
Oh, God.
I thought so.
When you were told who your first opponent is, the one person says, noticed how I said 99 matches and not wins.
Yes.
I do love that concept.
Scarlet and Violet only via transfer, though.
Of course it'll only be a transfer. But, oh god. Mega Diancie was body press. Oh god. Oh no. That's going to be...
Okay, the Mega Evolution, to be fair, does lose defenses.
I wonder if at that point people would just run the regular with body press. Probably.
Okay, the regular with body press is kinda okay, but you're slow as fuck and your typing's kinda bad. The Mega Evolution is infinitely better. Fuck defense, fuck body press, just do damage. Because that's what makes Diancie a good Mega Evolution, and it was one of my favorites.
Well, I was going to say, I was going to point out, because I got sidetracked, I do have plans for a different fairy type, but I did point that out because I had ideas for the Pokemon I wanted were a Fire Water, a Grass Core, a Fairy type, a Steel type, and a Fighting type. Except the problem is some of those are, I think, a good bit away. Unless I do the literally as soon as the area opens up, going and sprinting to something. But I would have to check the locations for those.
You can make it a squeaky clean sprint.
Boo. Boo.
Okay, it's a track.
Yes. Yes, it's the bathroom track in Mario Kart.
That fucking happened.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. I love the detail of the wedding ring and the drain.
My point is, I was basically right with our on and off discussion. Mega Diancie in singles was super beloved for basically the reason I thought it was. You see all these problematic fucks? It stops these guys. That's literally how Smogon works. You have this problematic fuck, and this thing beats that, and this fuck beats that fuck.
Hence why Darkspawn has a Uber set.
Yes. It's Mega Diancie is seen as one of the best Mega Evolutions because it's a problematic Pokemon that stops a bunch of the common Mega Evolutions.
What even is this? Because every region now has to have a food tied to it. You think when we get to the Italy region it will be pizza?
Here's open.
How many people do you think are going to edit the Spider-Man 2 pizza delivery music over that montage? One thing people don't know about that, the music they used in that is, I believe, an Italian folk song. I don't remember what it's...
Something like that.
I don't remember what its name is, but it's not exclusive to that game. The next day.
This is where I stopped.
I was going to say, did you stop in the room itself?
Yes, Curzon, because we wanted to watch anime. So the beginning was short-ish. You got here a little bit faster than I did because you had slightly better RNG, but I'm probably about to pick up my recording, which will be an entirely separate thing. But in case I need it, I'm doing an outro in your game. Then I'm going to take a minute, do a tiny thing.
Gonna take it for a ride.
Because it's a Weedle. Booyah. And none of the others have it yet. But you got Stun Spore. And String Shot. Yeah, people were right. You just get stupid shit. Oh, Thunder Wave. Oh, Thunder Wave. But it's pretty good. I have to look up the locations of some stuff, but I'm going to save that I saved. I'm starving because I want to watch TV. I mean, we had an extra buffer, but I wanted to stop before that because the first thing in the schedule isn't super important, but I can still stop before then. I'm probably going to be the main one for ZA. Curzon was the main one for Legends, and I recorded alternate stuff. Curzon is going to record alternate stuff, and I'm going to edit everything together. So you're going to basically have seen his starter choice and his footage and stuff, his character design, his choices, my choices. And we'll do alternates. That way we basically share a Let's Play, but I'm going to be the main footage. With that said, going to do the shilling and outros since I now have my own way of doing this. I've taken it in sort of my own direction after stealing the one guy's joke. I just think it's funny and super fitting. You basically, like, I'm about to basically become the beggar, the vagabond, sitting on the street corner. I'm gonna flip over a hat, jingle a cup of change. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. And for winter, maybe I'm dressed as Santa and I'm ringing the bell like it's Salvation Army donation time. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I want people to put change in the bucket. Shilling helps, like, tremendously. It really does help. It does feed the algorithm. So I only shill at the end of recordings and live streams because I use my Twitch properly now. You can find Twitch live stream archives on YouTube now because I'm actually letting us stream. With that said, mixed in to the pinned comment and the video description are social media links. Some of those sites are cesspools. It is what it is. I have a Patreon link as well if you feel so inclined. I will never do Patreon exclusives. I'm not trying to nickel and dime people. That also helps. I was looking at a UPS battery backup and some hard drives, but again, only if you feel inclined. All the shilling helps. Following me on social media or whatever those sites call that equivalent really does help. I have to shill, like I said. If you enjoyed the video or any of our videos, it really does help. Same goes for following on Twitch if you enjoyed the live streams. With that said, this has been my footage for Pokemon Legends ZA, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition. They literally call it that. See? With that said, I'm stopping, so I'm doing the final outro. I hope you all enjoyed this set of videos, and I hope I will see you all next time. So as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, I thought this topic would be funny. Basically, what is your opinion on the Rank Z battle? Because a lot of people actually think that guy is kind of difficult if you're not fully prepared, because you can't really build a super good team before you fight that guy, because you don't really have a good opportunity to level up. And his team is surprisingly challenging for a first round in a game like this. But if you really want to prepare, you can somewhat easily counter his team. And it's not the hardest team ever, and you could somewhat feasibly, if you took a minute, get a Vivian. Other than that, I do think other options are fine enough, and if you really want to win somewhat easily, just get a Vivian, because that's not hard to do. And in general, that would round out your team. Otherwise, just kind of focus on your starter. And maybe, to offset some stuff, Mareep. Because Mareep is pretty decent. But in general, for a temporary team member, because you can somewhat easily pull this off, just get a Vivian. Because you basically could do that with a minimum amount of battles. As long as your nature is okay, you can just be an obnoxious asshole. And I get why some people found his team to be somewhat challenging, but I also think Fletchling is a good buffer. I mean, I get it. I didn't think his team was that hard, and Carson also won pretty easily, but Pokemon is a series where difficulty is super subjective. Since your choice of Pokemon can fuck you over even if you choose good Pokemon, having a disadvantage can happen, and that's not necessarily the player's fault. And this is why I've always said that Pokemon is hard to quantify difficulty, because I feel like I should be able to beat any challenge in Pokemon through a logical use of my typing, my abilities, and my movesets. And in other cases, my items. Especially since they started making really good items available far more consistently and far easier. So, I've always argued that Pokemon is incredibly bizarre, because in order for Pokemon to be difficult, the game generally needs to cheat. Because if you play Pokemon correctly, you should basically be unstoppable, because in my opinion, that's the fucking point. If your typing, abilities, movesets, and items completely fuck over a fight in Pokemon, I feel like you've mastered Pokemon. And anyone that says otherwise, I feel like is missing the point. So, difficulty in Pokemon is usually quite subjective by proxy. Because if you don't have certain Pokemon, it can make certain fights easier or harder depending on what you do and do not have available. And yes, not having certain Pokemon can make certain fights easier, because if you had Pokemon with certain disadvantages, logically that would make a battle harder. But if you don't have those Pokemon, logically that would make a battle easier, but this is focusing on the rank Z fight, which I don't think is inherently that hard, but I will at least agree with the base consensus. He is surprisingly rough for an early trainer, because you don't really have an opportunity to get super good stuff, and I feel like this game, in most cases, gets easier as it goes. And you could easily optimize this game around just a few Pokemon that absolutely invalidate this entire game. And if you built that specific team, I think you could basically beat pretty much anything in the game with just 6 Pokemon. And I think I know what those 6 Pokemon need to be, but if we're going to extend that list a little bit, I would probably extend it up to like 10 Pokemon, and that's only because I think 2 or 3 of these Pokemon can be used in similar scenarios that absolutely will invalidate multiple problems. But again, this isn't about later. This is about the first real big match in this game, which a lot of people did struggle with, which I do understand. But anyway, I don't want to keep rambling, so you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.